Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Sharon from Angelics-Speak.com and I channel archangels. Let's start. Greetings everyone, this is Michael. I welcome you as well. How are all of you doing? Your world has become extremely turbulent. There are so many outbursts and explosions of frustration and anger at times. And now the demonstrations have become more peaceful. As I said last week, the gentleman who was killed by the police in the U.S. offered himself to be a catalyst for this change. Now, many of you may immediately recoil at hearing this, but please allow me to explain. When I say he offered himself, of course he did not do so on a conscious level. On a conscious level, he was a loving father and a religious man, and very much wanted to stay with his family. But on a much higher dimension, when he charted the course of this lifetime, he offered his being to be a catalyst for change. His heart wept at the inequalities that were occurring against people of color. And so in planning his life's course, he offered his being to experience what he just experienced in order to bring the world to a new awareness and to more equality among all peoples. So yes, on a conscious level, his family of course did not want him to leave. And neither did he on a worldly conscious level. But his higher being had set the course for his lifetime. In the same way, each of you, prior to coming to the experience of being in this world, set a plan. Working with masters and your guides, you determined what you would like to see happen in this lifetime in order to either offer service or learn lessons or both. So each of you have a plan for your lifetime. It is somewhat changeable. There are things that can be changed, but some of the biggest, most powerful moments were determined prior to you coming. However, you are the one that determined them. It was not decided by some higher being sitting in a chair with white hair. You made that decision with the guidance of your guides and your masters prior to taking on the experience of having a physical form. Does that make sense? So when we say that this gentleman offered himself for the good of his people and humanity, this is what we mean. His being, before he took the contracted experience of feeling that he was in a physical form, made the decision that in addition to learning a variety of lessons that he chose to learn while he was here, he would also offer himself for the good of humanity. He is a very great being. Each of you have made decisions in your lives and prior to your lives to offer yourself in similar ways, not necessarily to sacrifice your life, but perhaps in your work. That you did more than was necessary, or that you spoke out about a cause, or that you served friends and neighbors who were in need and needed your assistance and support. So each of you have certain decisions that you have made, certain plans that you made prior to coming here that are now unfolding as you live your experience of this life. You may not know what these offerings are until after you leave the experience of being in a physical form. But those of you who are studying sacrifice and offering most certainly have made decisions to offer your own selves in some way or another. You may even get insights while you're still in this form as to what your plans were while you were here. Whether you know what they are or not, they will unfold when everything is in place. When the circumstances that trigger that part of your plan manifest, then you will offer yourself in whatever way is appropriate and the way that you had already determined that you would do. And as you do this, you learn. And when you leave the experience of having a physical form, at that point, you will assimilate what you have learned and what you've experienced. Just as this gentleman is now processing and observing the outcomes of his actions and his sacrifice, each of you will do the same. You will see things that you wish you had done, but at the time did not feel you could or didn't want to for some reason. And you will see things that please you, that make you happy. And those things that give you joy are usually some form of offering of yourself, offering love, offering support, offering food, or labor. Something that helps another is what will most touch your heart when you have left your experience of this form. As all of you know, collecting resources, objects, fame, money, none of those things will come with you. And once you leave your physical form, they will seem like dust, utterly unimportant. For the framework of the higher worlds pulsates with love, not objects. So the actions and experiences that you have and perform while you're in a physical form, the ones that pulsate with your love are the ones that will open your heart after you've left. That you will rejoice that you had the strength and the inner growth to take those steps. I and other archangels have frequently said, you are here on this earth to learn. Now, some of the lessons have to do with lack of food, lack of resources, lack of support from others. Those too revolve around the experience of love. Because by experiencing lack, you learn to truly appreciate when you do receive what you need in the moment. So many of you, when you are given something, when you get your paycheck, when you have your refrigerator full, don't give it a second thought. It's expected. And it's only when those things are not there that you begin to appreciate how very important they are to your well-being, and especially to the well-being of your family. And so at some point in the course of the evolution of your soul, each of you have experiences of loss and lack that deepens and opens your heart and expands your feeling of gratitude when those things again manifest. Have each of you been practicing going within? Let's do it again now. We do send energy and light to each of you, not just when the video is being given or when it's first released, but it is there for every single one of you, even if you see this video or others years from now. For in our place, there is no time and no space. So that energy and light is always waiting for each of you to connect with us. So when you're sitting and meditating with one of us, don't think, oh, I'm just going to sit here for a couple of minutes. I can't meditate. You are also being surrounded with a higher frequency of love and energy to help you meditate, to help you find deeper insights into your own being and your own lives. And that's why we offer these frequently, because these are opportunities for you to go deeper within. So let's begin. If you're sitting up, put your feet on the floor, or you can be cross-legged. Keep your spine erect and close your eyes. If you have a mantra that you've already been given, by all means, you can use that. But if you don't, I'll give some instructions. Become aware of your breath as it moves in and as it moves out. You don't need to change its rate. You're simply becoming the witness of your breath. You're observing it as it gently moves in and as it flows outward. Become aware that as you breathe in, there is a little space between the in-breath and the out-breath, and again between the out-breath and the in-breath. As you continue to meditate, you will begin to experience that space and watch it expand. It is in that space that you begin to experience supreme silence. Witness your breath with your eyes closed. If your mind becomes active, simply turn your attention back to your breath. You can gently bring your awareness back to your room. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, and you may open your eyes when you're ready. When I speak, I will offer this meditation, period, every time as an opportunity for each of you to become quieter, to begin to taste a deeper place within yourself. As you become quieter, it's easier for you to experience the energy that you're receiving from us, and allow that to deepen your awareness even further. We love you, every single one of you, very much. And we offer you our blessings as you move through each day. I am Archangel Michael.